Years ago.
I sure did, Jim, and I think you were up in Shawnee broadcasting some Durant High School softball where they took home a big district win up there in district tournament, I believe it was. I believe Durant won that one 13-14 or 12-14, but either way, it was a huge game for Durant, huge win, and it was certainly an exciting one.
Let's go ahead and take a look at these two teams. The Lions come in at 0-2, and Ada is 0-2. Brad Osteen in his first year as the Ada coach. He comes over from Lone Grove. Todd Vargas in his second year at Durant. Last year, Ada won by a score of 28-20 or nothing. 28-0 was the final last year. And in that last game played at Ada, it was Durant shutting out Ada 14-0. Only the second time in the long series Durant has hung a 0 on Ada. And the only other time also 14-0 back in 1920. So you were a part of that historic night, Mr. Witherspoon.
Yep, on year number one, it was the first game I ever got to do play-by-play, and I tell you what, I was nervous as all get out in the very beginning, but after halfway through the first quarter, settled into it, and my broadcasting partner that night was Tim White, the PA guy here this evening.
So they are doing the coin toss. We'll get you to watch that for us, Chris. Ada are in 4A. Two losses have been to 5A ranked teams. Number 6, Ardmore, 27-0. And second-ranked McAllister, 42-14. They're number 1 in AP, by the way. Ada with the bus for some of the ball game, trailed by 7 at halftime, but 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns salted the game away. A couple of players to look at for Ada. Quarterback Carter Freeland. He is a passer, kind of a big kid, 6'2", 180, junior. Also a triple threat Z-back, cornerback and punter Andrew Hughes is their leading receiver, and Darius Gilmore, leading rusher. And defensively, look at Caden Bathrop. He's a defensive end and also the left guard and a two-way starter. Ada, of course, they won 19 state championships in football, but Chris, none since 1996.
It has certainly been a while for them, Jim, along with Durant, been since 1983. Didn't get to catch the coin toss there. They had already gotten it done and over with by the time we got done talking, so we will find out here in just a little bit who is going to kick off and from which end.
So let's go ahead and do the keys to the game, brought to you by Mackey Home Furnishing, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30. Saturday, 9 to 5, 320 West Main in Durant, anytime at MackeyHomeFurnishings.com. And when we talked with Coach Vargas this week, he had the keys for us.
He certainly did, and that is to have a good start to the game. You know, the past two games, we have lost the coin toss. Opponents elected to defer to the second half. In both games, they've chosen to kick an onside kick, and our opponents have recovered both of those onside kicks, so it takes the sails out of Durant really quickly. So, again, the keys to success for this game are just get a good start early on.
Looking at the Lions, rallied from 14-0 down last week, pulled to within 14-10 of Glenpool, but ended up losing. Francisco Avilla, the Durant Lumber hard hat winner, had 74 yards. Sophomore quarterback Jalen Saxon completed 5 of 14 for 105 at a touchdown. Braylon Lyday kicked a 24-yard field goal, caught 3 balls for 30 yards, and sophomore linebacker Beck Vargas recovered 2 fumbles. He's tied for the team lead in tackles with Stephen Holmes and Brian Martinez, 12 each. Martinez also has 3 tackles for a loss and 1 sack this season. We're just about set for the starting lineups. They are brought to you by Taco Casa, and we also have an inspirational player we need to mention.
Hey, that's right. The Lee Long inspirational player of the game this week is going to be number 71, Mason Scarberry, the 5'10", 310-pound junior offensive line and defensive lineman for the Lions. He exhibits everything it means to be a Durant Lion through his hard work ethic, his character, hustle, and total dedication to the team. Lee Long, of course, the 1987 graduate of Durant High School, the biggest Durant High and Southeastern fan you would have found, who passed away this past June.
Quite a young lady. Durant defense looks this way. The defensive ends, Caden Archer, 6'3", 210 junior, and Brian Martinez, 6'3", 282 senior. Tackle Jason Price, 5'6", 206 senior. Linebackers, Beck Vargas, 6', 207 sophomore. Aiden Dills, 5'11", 164 senior. Francisco Avila starting at linebacker, 5'11", 185 senior. Corners, Frank Monroy, 5'9", 134 junior, and Dawson Bowman, 5'9", 151 senior. Safeties, Nick Krause, 6', 148 senior, and Stephen Holmes, 5'8", 152 junior. We're set to go as Ada will be kicking off here. Short kick is taken by Durant up to the 35-yard line, and I saw Mike with the fist as Durant got that kick and did not lose an onside kick.
Hey, so far this season, that's a good start. Number 1, Trevor Golden there with the hands on that reception. Catches it at about the 31. Defender's already there, gets himself up to about the 35. So Durant will start off from their own 35-yard line.
Taco Casa starting offensive lineup for Durant. Tackles Caden Archer and Brian Martinez. The guards Tyler Wesley, Tucker Dry. Center Matt Manners. Tight end Zane White. Slot Braylon Lyday. Wide receivers Riley Waitman, Jacob McCarson. Quarterback Jalen Saxon and Francisco Avila in the backfield. That running back, Durant has it. And we've got a whistle and a flag.
Looks like that's going to be a false start. The left defensive back for the Cougars jumped off sides there. Looked like Durant had a hard count there. So that's going to push Durant up to the 40-yard line. Good start so far for the Lions.
For Ada, it will be Connor Conklin up front, along with Brogan Cochran and Tayden Coleman. Linebackers are Gallagher, Richardson, and Marr. The corners, Ascension and Hughes, and the safeties, Gilmore and Morris. 1st and 5 after the penalty. Ball at the 40-yard line. Durant going right to left. Durant in white pants, blue top. There is a option pitch, goes to Lyda, gets outside. He'll be short of the first down. Maybe, depending on the mark, they're going to be marking it just about a half-yard shy. It'll be 2nd and 1, maybe.
Jim, that was number 13, Rowdy Waitman, on the carry there. Great block there on the outside, however, by number 10, Braylon Lyday, allowing Waitman to cut upfield and pick up some extra yardage.
2nd down and 1, ball at the 44-yard line. First possession for Durant. In motion, Waitman inside handoff of Avila has his first United Bank first down. He falls forward to near midfield, close to the 48 and 49-yard line. I think you got the game 10th, don't you, over there somewhere, Mr.
Oh, I can certainly get it pulled up. That's a gain of 5 there by Francisco Avila, pushing for every single yard through that defensive line of the Cougars.
First United Bank first down for Durant. This game started a few minutes early as we hit 7:30. Next week, make a note, from here on out, kickoffs are at 7 o'clock in district play. 1st and 10, Lions 49. There is inside handoff of Avila. He is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. He'll get back probably to the original line of scrimmage, but that's it.
That's a big kid there for the Cougars. Number 50, Connor Conklin, the junior, met Avila right there at the line and stood him up, waited for some help to arrive, and got him down for
actually gave him
just about 1, yeah.
Gave him 1 yard, so that was a pretty good spot there for Durant.
Currently 86 degrees here at Paul Laird Field, with wind coming out of the east at 3 miles an hour, humidity sitting at 44%.
2nd down 9. Right hash in motion. Lyday, quick pitch outside 45-yard line. Gets around the corner, 50, 45. Ushered out of bounds about the 42-yard line. Be short of the first down stick by a couple, but Lyday with that good speed. Lyday coming in with 94 yards rushing. After that one, he may have that 100-yard of the year.
Yep, Lyday had a great block there on the end by Rowdy Waitman, number 13. And that's something we talked to Coach Vargas about this week in our coaches meeting, is the blocking on the sweeps just hasn't been there the past couple weeks. He said it was getting corrected in practice, and so far it's showing to be true. 3rd
down, we'll call it a long 2 at the 43. Inside handoff of Avila. He's got his first down yardage, and he keeps the legs churning inside the 40 to about the 38. Late fumble, but whistle had been blown. First United Bank first down. This is what Durant needs on the first drive.
It is.
Get the ball and run some clock.
Yep, for those of you listening on KLBC 106.3, Francisco Villa pretty much got stood up there at the Cougars' 38-yard line. The officials blew the whistle, and then one of the Cougars just stripped the ball from him, and it popped up in the air. So a lot of the Cougars were thinking that should have been a fumble.
They were politicking, but it was well after the
already
whistle.
Been blown. Yep.
First down and 10, First United Bank first down, 38-yard line. There is a reverse, dropped in the backfield, and Ada will get it.
Looks like the Lions were trying to do a double reverse there, had a man go out on this near side. Looked like for a kind of a reverse hook and ladder. Didn't quite make that second pitch to number 1, Trevor Golden, and the Cougars recover it.
So the Lions with an unforced turnover there, as I think Golden wasn't able to get the pitch. Ada, that flips field position too, moves Ada at the 46-yard line. So first down and 10. 9:31 to go first period, no score. Lions had picked up a couple of first downs, but Grant forcing 2 turnovers last week, but they're -1 here to start this one. We gave you the Durant offense. We'll give you the Ada offense. Freeland is the quarterback. He will spot pass it. That is Hughes. He's at the 50, cuts outside. He's got the first down at the 43-yard line. Tackled by Aiden Dills. Those are the 2 guys offensively that have been successful for Ada. That is Carter Freeland, the 6'2", 180 junior quarterback, and Andrew Hughes, the 6'3", 175 junior. They use him about everywhere.
They certainly do.
43-yard line, first down to 10 Cougars. Grant brought out the helmet, the big helmet truck today.
Yeah, the go-kart.
There's a handoff outside, 40-yard line. That's going to be a penalty, probably a hold on Ada. That was Gilmore who got the sweep. Let's read that flag.
Well, I saw a hold there by number 34 of the Cougars. Hopefully the officials saw the same thing.
Grant Lumber Company Hard Hat Award. We've changed it up a little bit. We will make the announcement on the Hard Hat Award Monday on Facebook. So talked it over with the coach, and we want to just get the most deserving player that we can come up with, and not to saying that Mr. Avila wasn't a deserving player last week.
First down and 20 for the Cougars here.
Moves them back to the 47-yard line. Freeland in the pistol, looks across the middle. He's going to throw deep. The pass will be caught at the 20-yard line. Golden will make the tackle at the 8. Grant beaten deep again as that goes from the 47 to the Durant 6. That is a 47-yard pass. Grant has just gotten beat up over a couple of times this year.
Just a poor read on the secondary for the Lions there. He was way too far up to try and intercept that pass.
They were in the area, just didn't make the play. They actually mark it at the 7, so make that a 46-yard pass and catch. Freeland with it. There is Gilmore. He's going to waltz into the end zone. Touchdown, Ada. So Ada scores after the turnover, and it didn't take them long. They lead it by a score of 6-0 with 8:05 to go in the first period. You know, that turnover just turned the complexion of this game on a 180-degree tilt.
Yeah, and it in the past it seemed to taking the wind out of the sails of Durant. You know, coming in here, one of the keys to the game was having a big start, and the turnover certainly negates that.
Caden Mitchell will try the extra point. Gallagher will hold. Snap is back in good shape. Kick is on the way. That looks like he shanked it. It's no good, off to the left. We'll take a 60-second timeout and be back. It's 8-6, Durant nothing. This is Durant football on KLBC.
professors care and they go out of their way to make sure that you are going to succeed.
Hi, I'm Rolante. I'm a sophomore in Southeastern, and we help make this video.
Well, let the other guy kick it to the left, taking Durant at the 30-yard line outside, fumbled and knocked out of bounds. Oh my goodness. Ball went straight out of bounds. Durant with pretty good field position, moved for a couple of first downs the first possession, but then a trick play went awry and Ada recovered it near midfield and used a long pass to get in the end zone.
Not really sure why you would pull out a trick play. When you're marching the ball down the field, you're pretty much doing what you want. You're making the sweeps. You're able to get 3 or 4 yards per carry up the middle, and then you pull out a trick play. I don't really understand that
First
call.
down and 10, Durant at the 38-yard line. Inside handoff of Villa is hit and knocked down, no gain. Connor Conklin, he wasn't on my list of starters, and I'm not sure why, because he's been in the backfield this entire ball game. Also up front is Balthrop. We heard about him. Brogdon Cochran as well. Linebackers for Ada, Gallagher, Richardson, and Marr. There's Braylon Lyday. He is surrounded and dropped for a loss. So Ada's got some confidence. It's showing right now. Durant in danger of going 3 and out. Lost 3 back to the 35. It'll be 3rd down and 12. Durant needs to acquire the 47. 7:03 to go first period. And Durant trailing 6-0. As Darius Gilmore with a 6-yard touchdown run for the Cougars.
You know, I'm kind of expecting a pass here, Jim. They've had a lot of success, a lot of open receivers the past 2 weeks, including early on so far. And here we go.
Saxon throws across the middle, overthrown badly. It was almost intercepted. It'll be 4th down and 12 for Durant. There was some traffic, but Jalen just too tall on that one, and Durant will have to punt. Let's see who is punting it. I think it's going to be Lyday. So Lyday will punt. And the receiver back at the 35 for the Cougars. Snap back, and that may be a false start on Durant. I think the center may have moved the ball before actually snapping it. That will back him up 5 more.
Can't really tell what number this is on this young man's jersey. There we go, seeing the back of it now. The receiver for the punt returner.
Trey Ivy, I think.
It's going to be Trey there, yep.
Snap back in good shape. Here's the kick. Not bad. It will hit at the 47, and Ada's got pretty good field position. So they've had their second possession, and it's going to be near the midfield stripe, and their first was around the 43 or so. So Ada will get it. Jim Reagan along with Chris Witherspoon, Mike Gabbard, and Allie Rowland, our video crew. It is fired up and going at KOBCFM.com. I think on the Facebook page too. Don't forget, we will have OU football tomorrow on KSEO 94.1 FM 750 AM. That will start at 8 o'clock. First down and 10 Cougars. Inside handoff, hit and dropped is the ball carrier. There's Darius Gilmore. He'll get a couple of yards.
Great job there by Beck Vargas, getting into the backfield, getting disruptive, getting a hold of the running back's feet there and bringing him down. Great leg tackle there by the Lions. That's something that we've talked about the past 2 games, Jim, is the Lions have just been trying to tackle up high every single play, and it hasn't been successful for him. Talked to coach, and they're certainly working on getting lower.
Second down 10. Ada at the just shy of the 49-yard line. Freeland, the quarterback, and goes in motion from left to right. There's a pitch outside ball crop. That is Gilmore, and he is spun down. There's a pitch outside ball crop. That is Gilmore, and he is spun down.
On Stephen Holmes' part there, getting him wrapped up around the waist and wrestling him down.
No gain, 3rd down and 10. Ada going to the air moments ago with the big bomb. I know Coach Vargas wanting a little bit more pressure from the defensive wall. He has gone to a 3-man front if you listen to the pregame show, and they have simplified things a little bit. 3rd and 10, back to pass Freeland. Screen pass, there's a lot of green up there, 50-yard line. 40, 1st down, he may go all the way. 20, and down inside the 20 at the 6-yard line, no flags. That screen pass to the left, there was nothing but blockers in green.
Finally brought down by number 14, Krause, and number 8, Holmes. Just wide open space for him to catch that screen and run right up the middle untouched.
I think that was Fisher Marr who caught it. So once again, Durant having difficulty against the passing game. They're inside the 7. Gilmore in the backfield. Freeland, the quarterback. Inside handoff, Gilmore. Stutter steps outside, and he will make the end zone, it looks like. Did he get in? He did. Touchdown. Stutter steps outside, and he will make the end zone, it looks like. Did he get in? He did. Touchdown. Touchdown, Ada. And Ada has come out and taken what Durant's given them. They're up 12-0. So extra point coming. That's Caden Mitchell to try it. Once again, Gallagher will hold. Snap. They're going to roll out right. Throws in the end zone wide open. 2-point conversion is good as Durant sold out to the block. 2-point pass good to Jack Morris. End zone wide open. 2-point conversion is good as Durant sold out to the block. 2-point pass.
Hi, I'm Greg C.
And I'm Zane C.
Together we've helped Medical Center Pharmacy to our customers for over 40 years.
And we'll be here for another 40.
You have customers that have seen that we always provide great service.
And we're always reliable.
We assure that you will get the quality and service you deserve as a customer for years to come.
Here at Medical Center Pharmacy, caring for you and about you.
When you have computer issues, you know that Computer Services of Durant is who you need to call. But what you don't know is what else Computer Services can do for you and your business. We can build you a website, install phone systems and security cameras, repair your iPhone, or sell you a new computer. Computer Services of Durant can even install and network your equipment at home or work. We're much more than a place that fixes computers. Hey, it's a high-tech world and we've got high-tech solutions. Check us out online, csdurant.com.
Over 50 yards and scores. They lead at 14-0. Here's a high kick, and it is fumbled, and Ada will recover at the 44-yard line. Grant just cannot field that little pooch kick to the 40-yard line.
Well, all they got to do is call for a fair catch. But they're trying to catch the ball and take off running with it before they catch the ball.
So Durant has turned it over twice in a nightmarish first period. It's 14-0.
Cougars with great field position here on the Lions' 45-yard line. I'd like to thank our sponsor. Steubenville Chevrolet is our video broadcast, along with the broadcast on KLBC 106.3. Find out why your friends and neighbors choose to buy their Chevrolet the Steubenville way.
Ada back out there, and we got a timeout, I think, called.
Yeah, looks like Coach Vargas is unhappy with his defensive set. He calls a timeout. And Jim, you want to take a 30?
Nah, let's go ahead and keep it here and say great deals all the time. And always check out the bargains of the month at Durant Lumber Company, your true value hardware dealer, 115 South 3rd in downtown Durant, and sponsor of the Hard Hat Award. That hard hat, by the way, will be announced on Monday night on KLBC Facebook page. So we will huddle with the coaches this weekend and on Monday, and we'll get that name and picture out. Raylan Lyday so far and Francisco Avila have been the hard hat winners. And once again, just a bad start for Durant. They get the opening kickoff, get a couple of first downs. They try a trick play, and they fumble that away, and Ada takes it and scores with a long pass playing into that. And then
Ada's looking much more solid here on the field than they've looked on paper so far this evening.
Yeah, they just played a tough schedule. They played Ardmore. We know about Ardmore, and they played McAllister. McAllister is AP #1 in the state, by the way, 2 in the world and the Oklahoman. So McAllister seems to be loaded for bear this year. We're back, first down and 10, 45-yard line. There's Gilmore, the handoff. He will get about 2-3 yards. Holmes is there. Also 20, that was Bo St. Clair, I believe. Give him 3, second down, 7. Still got 3:40 to go, first period, 8 up, 14-0. These two teams have played pretty much every year. There are a few gaps in the series that started in 1918. Second down, 7. Freeland passes left side. It's going to be a double pass wide open. The receiver drops it at the 15-yard line.
Durant catches a break there. Not a Durant secondary cornerback or anybody there within 5 or 6 yards.
Brody Andrews, the senior, had it in his hands and dropped it inside the 15. That would have been a touchdown as Durant sold out on the pass in the flat.
Cougars have definitely found a weakness in this Durant defense, and that is right now the secondary.
Third down and 7. Might be probably 4-down territory for Ada. They will send 2 receivers, Hughes and Morris, left, 1 right. Back to pass, he's looking left. Throws across the middle, caught short of the first down. That is Jack Morris at about the 37. He's going to be a couple of yards short. It'll be 4th down. 3:04 to go, first period. Ada 14, Durant nothing.
They'll see a play like that. We called it sticks back in high school. The receiver runs straight to the sticks, a yard or 2 past it, turns around, catches the ball. That receiver just didn't get far enough past the sticks, probably like he was supposed to do. But the Durant coverage just stayed right there on his back and waited on the ball to come to him, waited on him to catch it before they attempted to make a tackle. You've got to get in front of that ball and knock it away.
4th down, long 1. Durant 36-yard line, inside handoff, first down pickup. That's Gilmore over right guard as he spun down to about the 31, 32-yard line. Needed 1, got about 4. It's 1st and 10. Ada moves the chains with 2:25 to go, first period. Nice crowd here tonight. Ada, of course, a good turnout, and Durant has a good home base tonight. Lots of youngsters out before the ball game. It was pretty cool. Freeland, the quarterback, pistol formation. 2 receivers left. He's rolling right. He's looking across the middle. Now he's going to keep. He's at the 30 down to the 25-yard line. As he is spilled by, who was that?
Didn't catch the number. I was admiring the front line of the Ada Cougars.
I think, before Durant made the tackle. Is that right? No, that wasn't him. Picked up about 5, second down 5. Ball at the 26-yard line. Reed Sampson is in. He's the inside receiver left. Inside handoff. That is outside, and Gilmore is at the 10-5. He's going to score again. Ada punching Durant in the mouth here in the first period. Gilmore is at the 10-5. He's going to score again. Ada punching Durant in the mouth here in the first period as Gilmore has his second.
Durant not able to break through, whether it be in the run game or the passing game. So their quarterback has all the time in the world to throw the ball. and their running backs have all the time in the world to get around and in and make some big plays.
Left guard Caden Balthrop, 5'10", 230, and Josh Murray, the left tackle there, just caved them in. And Gilmore did the rest. PAT coming, they'll kick this one. This one is up, and he inches it through. 21-0 Ada, 1:13 to go first period. We'll take a break. Jim Reagan and Chris Witherspoon. Durant football returns in 60 seconds here on KLBC.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
Taken out of bounds. That is Trevor Golden.
Golden with the fair catch there. I think Coach told him, you've got to call the fair catch on these pooch kicks. Unless they're kicking it deep, you got to call a fair catch. The hands team just hasn't really been on for Durant the past two games and here in this first quarter.
So first down and 10 Lions. They've got it at the 27-yard line. Christy Rothrock, by the way, at the studio tonight. And Christy texted me the name of your helper as well. We'll get some publicity out. Lions need to do something right here. Need something good to happen. 21-0. They're trailing 1:10 to go first period. Inside handoff is Avila. He is crunched down. No gain. That was big. A big guy there. Let's see him on my roster. Did get a couple, 2nd down and 8. Avila coming into tonight's game with 209 yards rushing, averaging 5.5, and he scored a couple of touchdowns. And Avila is shaken up.
He is currently down on the field at about the 28-yard line. Coaches and trainers attending to him right now. He's up on his feet.
That is good news.
Looks like he may have just been shaken up a little bit there on that play.
Tonight's Durant Kickoffs brought to you by Shamrock Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC. Thanks to all the folks at Shamrock in Durant, Jason Manus, Brian Bond, and Shimbra Wilson. That's a Durant crew. And then those Caddo folks as well, Todd Miller, Cliff Dixon, Chris Stubbs, Caddo, Shamrocks. They sponsor my Jeremy Proctor show I have during the pregame show, Mr. Witherspoon.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're ready to go. We'll see you in the backfield. It's going to be Vargas, I think. He is the backup running back. Beck Vargas, the sophomore. Down the line, there's a pitch outside. Lide, he is crunched down inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. That is number 16, Brogan Cochran, a senior.
Now that's a bad read on the part of Lide there. He did have a defender rushing him, but he should have seen that there was a defender right there in Lide's face as well, making that pitch.
You mean the quarterback?
Yes. Yes, excuse me. He should have just kept the ball, tucked it, and tried getting upfield a little bit. Instead, he got his running back hit pretty hard.
Should be the final play of this first period, and thankfully that clock will get to the second quarter. 21-0 the score after 1. Ada with the lead. I'm Jim Reagan with Chris Witherspoon. Mike Gabbard and Allie Rowland, your crew here. We will go ahead and keep it right here. Oh, there's Mike. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break. 30-second break and be back with more Durant football. Thank you.
What's a calendar?
Dude, you've changed every day to Tuesday.
That's because I love those Taco Casa tacos so much. I can't wait 7 days. It's crunchless.
You do know that Taco Casa sells tacos every day, and burritos and nachos and tostada, and I love me some sweet tea.
Load up. It's Tuesday again. Let's hit the Casa. Every day is Taco Tuesday when you live near a Taco Casa in Calera and 1st Street in Durant.
Real fresh, real food, and real good. Taco Casa.
Jim Reagan, along with Chris Witherspoon, 21-0 Ada has been dominant in the first period. Durant with a couple of turnovers, if you include the botched short kickoff. And the statistics one-sided as you expect, Chris.
Yes, they are. Just taking a look at them here. Time of possession, pretty similar. Durant had the ball 5:23. Ada had the ball 6:37. But it really comes down to the amount of yardage and turnovers so far for the Lions. 107
for Ada and 2 for Durant. A pass across the middle, incomplete. Almost intercepted by Braylon Lyde at about the 38-yard line. As I was looking at those stats there, 107 yards total. Durant with, 8 yards?
15.
15 yards.
Yeah, Ada with 158. We're looking at just the passing yards alone. Ada comes into the second quarter with 107 passing yards, 51 rushing.
Thank you. Durant will have to punt now on 4th and long. That is shanked. We'll get a decent roll as I tell you what, Lyde was being pressured by number 19 of Ada. That was George Maddox.
Yeah, ball gets across midfield, going to go out of bounds at the Cougars' own 45-yard line.
Durant losing 2 fumbles and 3 dropped on the carpet there.
Yeah, turnovers will get you every time.
Here's Michael. Mike Gabbert.
Hey, guys.
He's alive.
Welcome into the broadcast.
He's alive.
Yeah, right now turnovers are really getting to the Durant Lions. And let's be real, the defensive front for Ada right now has just been stifling and causing all types of pressure up the middle here for this Durant Lions offense.
Ada, good field position again, Chris. They're at the 45-yard line in their own end of the field and goes in motion. That was Hughes. Rolling that way is Freeland. Looking back towards the middle. He is going to be sacked. That was Beck Vargas who got him back at about the 36-yard line. Vargas with the sack. So it'll be 2nd down and long.
Vargas bringing great pressure from that right linebacker position, coming around the right end.
Well, you had the tackle pulling, and so that left him wide open on the blitz, and luckily the speed got him there.
Lost about 11, 2nd down of, we'll call it 20. Lost about 10. They're back at the 35-yard line. Freeland, inside handoff. That is spun down to about the 40-yard line. That was Caden Gallagher, who gets about 5 yards, maybe 6. It'll be 3rd and long.
That's number 63, Caden Archer, the 6'3", 210-pound junior for the Lions, dragging him down at about the 40-yard line. Going to be 3rd down and 15. Clock ticking down, 10:38 here to go at Paul Air Field. Chris Witherspoon, Jim Reagan, Michael Gabbard here on the broadcast with you. Allie Rowland rolling film for us on the live stream. You like that? You like what I did there?
You did really good, man.
I've been waiting to use it.
For that one,
I've been waiting to use it.
Christy Rothrock, Dylan Hardy back at the studio.
All right, we've got a flag.
It is 3rd down and 15, and guys, my pencil lead just broke.
That's going to be, I got you a pencil right here, Jim. See, that's why you bring mechanical. You've got to bring the mechanical pencils. Looks like that penalty is going to be against the Cougars. Going to make it 3rd down and 20. Mike, did you see what the penalty call there was?
I did not. It was 10-yard penalty, so I'm going to assume that it was a 5-yard penalty.
It's probably a procedure.
Yeah, probably just a procedure.
A little bit after 8 o'clock, KOBC Durant football on the radio this Friday night from Pollard Field. Back to pass, Freeland throws to Hughes, 30-yard line, 35 inside, 40, 45, 50. He's at the 45-40, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5. Touchdown, but there's a flag back at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, and it looks like the coach and one of the players of the Cougars are back here talking to the official, not happy with the call, so that leads me to assume that's going to be against the Cougars.
I think they're going to call an illegal block here on the outside, and if they do, that's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
Durant got caught with several chop blocks last week at Glenpool, and Durant this week in practice made an emphasis trying to adjust the way they block, as the officials are kind of keeping a closer eye on it this year. It is coming back.
Yeah, that looks like it's going to be a 15-yard, or not a 15-yard, but a 10-yard penalty.
That will back him up, and Durant, who has had little go right in this first half, got something go right there for him.
That's a huge break for the Lions there, bringing it back another 10 yards or so from where I'm seeing the official currently.
They'll probably mark it from the spot. They will mark it back. Personal foul is what it was called. That's a 15-yarder.
Yep, they're going to call that.
Gentlemen, so that's going to mark it out all the way back to the 20.
Illegal block.
Brings up 3rd down and 35 for the Cougars. 9:44 left in the second half here. Ada leading Durant 21-0.
Stephen Holmes comes in the backfield for Durant.
Ball on the 21-yard line of the Cougars. So great field position here for the Durant defense. The best we've seen so far this season.
Try to get a stop and maybe get the ball near midfield.
Listen, defensively, you're still setting back. You don't mind the 15-yard gain. You just want to make sure that that initial tackle is made.
Freeland to pass, looks across the middle, throws. It's a screen pass. Out there's Martinez, misses him. Durant will make the tackle. There's another flag at about the 25-yard line. They're well short of the first down.
Yeah, that one's going to be on the Lions there. Got a face mask. Looked like number 65, Brian Martinez, trying to make the tackle, and his hand just got caught up in the grill of the helmet.
So we will see how that affects the situation. 9:07 to go before halftime, 21-0.
It'll still be 4th down.
I think it'll probably be 3rd down.
Durant Lion football on KLBC, along with the video stream, brought to you by Steubenville Chevrolet in Durant. I'd like to thank them as always being a big sponsor of the Lions, and this year getting to come on for the first time as the video stream sponsor for all of Durant High School sports.
So after the mark off, 3rd and 6. So Ada moments ago facing a 35-yard pickup for a first down. Now they have a manageable 3rd down and 6. Lions need to stop here. They face the Cougars, who have it at their own 49-yard line. Caden Ross is in as a slot man. Ada's going to call a timeout.
Yeah, and I don't even think the quarterback has realized he was still trying to get under center, but Ada coach not happy with his offense set up there, so he's going to call a timeout here.
I've got a couple of scores I need to give. Grant, a couple of wins today. Actually, 3 wins today. Mike did the 10-0 win over Ardmore this morning on KSEO. Durant beats Buffalo Valley 7-5 and Hilldale 6-3 today. So they are 3-0 at the Durant Lion tournament. So Durant, right now with a game tomorrow, if they could win that one, they'll be in the championship game. As that tournament going on at Durant and Southeastern tomorrow.
They look good today.
Yeah, they did.
Abby Gregory, I'm telling you, that girl can throw the softball around.
She can, and Durant's played a difficult schedule. So we will be unable to get that on the radio or video tomorrow, but
we had our first home run of the year, I believe, wasn't it?
Yeah, I met with Riley's mother after when I went over there and said, you had to do it while Gabbard was there and not me. I didn't get a chance to
I'm
call
the good luck charm.
Yeah.
The good luck charm.
3rd down and 6. Ada at the 49-yard line, their own end of the field. Freeland pass to Hughes. Gets away from one, can't get away from the other. Up to make the play. That was Monroy. Ada with a 21-0 lead. I mean, why not go for it here?
Yeah, you're
Fourth and 5.
You're not losing anything here, and right now with the way that the offense has been running the football, you're not hurting yourself on the defensive side of the ball.
So here it is. See if they try to draw Durant offside here. 4th down and 5. They have to acquire the 45. They're just shy of midfield. Freeland looks to his receivers to his right. He's going to take a timeout. We'll take a 30-second break. 30-second break. Be back with more Durant football on KLVC.
We are B99.7 The Buzz, playing the best from the 90s till now. B99.7, where you'll hear the new hits first and the hits you remember from high school. Wake up and join the Morning Buzz with Christy each weekday for trivia, prizes, pop culture news, and the latest on what's happening in Texoma. Plus, news and weather updates from KXII. Join the party now. We are B99.7 The Buzz.
The score Ada with 7:56 to go in the first half. Ada has been moving at will through the air in the first half, Chris.
Yeah, they haven't been able to be stopped. The Lions have had no answer for the passing game and nothing really for the rushing game yet either.
Freeland has 2 receivers right. Throws. Here's another pass in the lane to Hughes. Hughes gets away from one. He's going to go the other way. He's going to pass. Caught at the 45-yard line, at the 50, short of the first down at the 48-yard line. Freewheeling for the quarterback.
Yeah,
got it over to Andrew Hughes, and he found a receiver, but Durant made the play defensively.
A lot of moving parts there for the Lions defense. Number 12, Logan Marksberry, comes in on the near side, shakes his block, and gets to that first receiver and forces him to go back around the other end. I don't think that play was designed like that, because that receiver took a run around the far end and decided he was just going to throw it away because of the pressure. And
number 10 Fisher Marr came open. He got the pass, but Durant able to make the play just yards short of the first down.
Great job on the Lions' part, keeping their lanes and remaining calm.
First down and 10, inside handoff. Avia's back in there, and he will get about 5 yards. Problem with the early starts for Durant, they've been unable to control the ball, and Durant with this offense, they need to be able to run the ball, and it's hard to run when you're down 2-3 touchdowns midway in the second quarter. You have to continue to do it. That's what they do offensively, but it is difficult to come back. Got 5, second down and 5, Lions 49-yard line. Ada territory. There is Avia. Stutter step, spins. Look at him go. He's got a First United Bank first down, I believe.
I tell you what, is Avia not just impressive? The way that he keeps his feet moving during every play after the first, second hit. He's constantly driving. He's constantly gaining 1, 2, 3 yards. That's a huge thing for an offense.
He's always running downhill. That's always something that I've admired about him since his sophomore year, 2 years ago. He never runs side to side. He's not real big on juking one way or the other. If you want to go toe-to-toe with him, he's going to lower his shoulder and run you over.
First down and 10, Durant at the 43-yard line. 6:27 to go before halftime. 21-0 Ada. Here is Avia. He will not get much that time, maybe a yard or two. Stacked up on the right side of the Cougar defensive wall.
I think we had some miscommunication there on the line as you had the defensive end and defensive tackle breaking through and swallowing Avia right up. Nobody there to block.
Dawson Bowman will bring in the play as Zane White exits. Give him 2, second down 8. 41-yard line. Clock under 6 minutes to go if you're listening on KLBC. Saxon, the quarterback, under center. Down the line, pitches to Lyday outside 40, 35-yard line, and thrown down there. Making the tackle was Caden Ross. He's going to be shy of the first down by a couple. 3rd down and 2, Durant. So Durant softball wins 3 today at the tournament. So they have improved their record now to 14-10, and they've lost 10 games, but pretty much all of them are really good teams. 3rd and 2. Riley Waitman split left. Monroy right. In motion. Inside handoff. There's Avila. He's got his first United Bank first down as he backs his way inside the 35, too close to the 32. Lions on the move. They've picked up a couple of first downs.
Big old First United Bank first down there. First United Bank. Member FDIC. Thanks to them for always being a sponsor of Durant Athletics.
After 1 quarter, Caddo leads Thackerville 24-0. 1st and 10 Lions. Just shy of the 30-yard line. There is Saxon outside, hit. Spinning for a couple was Cason Dills. He got most of those on his own. Let's see where they mark him. Inside the 30 at about the 29. So give him a long yard. 2nd down, and we'll call it long 8. Video at klbcfm.com going tonight.
Yep, that is what we are looking at now. Seeing if there were any comments on it, anything to talk to somebody about.
2nd down 9. Quick pitch outside. Lyday cuts inside 30, 25, 20. Lyday just short of the 20-yard line. Going to be a yard or 2 shy. That's Braylon Lyday, the sophomore. Lyday, the first week hard hat winner. He did get his first down. First United Bank first down. Durant just inches away from the Choctaw Nation red zone. Together we are more. 20-yard line. They got that right at the 20, looks like, Chris.
It does.
2 receivers. 1 goes left, 1 goes right. Avila in the backfield. In motion, Lyday. There is the quarterback Saxon. He keeps. There's not much there as he is wrestled down by Caden Whitehead of Ada. Minimal gain, if any. It'll be 2nd down and long.
Durant so far this season has had a lot of trouble capitalizing on good field position early on in the game.
I've got a couple of first downs on this drive as I got it near midfield, which has been good field position for Durant. Riley Waitman split far left. Dawson right. In motion. There is a pitch outside. That is Dills. He is going to be surrounded and dropped for a loss. Cason Dills, the 5'9", 163 junior. Durant facing a 3rd down passing situation. Clock at 2:05 and counting to go. Coming up at halftime, I've got an interview I did after today's Durant softball game with Cody Little. We'll talk about the tournament and also the Durant softball team this year as they try to go back to state for the 9th year in a row. 3rd down long. Back to pass, Saxon looks, throws to White. He has a touchdown, Durant.
Great job there by White. Excellent coverage on the part of the Cougars, but White's height just, overtowered number 21 for the Cougars. That's going to be, Darius Gilmore. White just picked it up right off of Gilmore's chest. White just a hair behind him, reached around, picked it up, took it another yard or 2, in for the 6. Great job there.
White at 6'1", 195, the senior for this first touchdown. Durant's on the board, 21-6. Lyday to try the extra point. He bangs it no good, though, off left. So Durant misses the extra point. 21-6, 1:35 to go before halftime. We're back in 60 seconds here on KLBC.
When you have computer issues, you know that Computer Services of Durant is who you need to call. But what you don't know is what else Computer Services can do for you and your business. We can build you a website, install phone systems and security cameras, repair your iPhone, or sell you a new computer. Computer Services of Durant can even install and network your equipment at home or work. We're much more than a place that fixes computers. Hey, it's a high-tech world and we've got high-tech solutions. Check us out online, csdurant.com.
Durant with the touchdown. They are on the board 21-6. This kickoff brought to you by Shamrock Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC. As Durant's offense goes to the air to get pay dirt.
Yeah, with 1:35 here remaining in the first half, Jim, I would not put it past Durant to try an onside kick right here. They've been practicing it for a couple weeks. They had some success doing it last Friday there in Glenpool.
At least, or maybe that short kick to the right or left hash. All right, they will kick it left. Fair catch caught at the 35-yard line. So,
you know, speaking on that touchdown, I was going to actually say prior to that snap, I said you got to get your tight end involved. You know, you've got to mix things up a little bit on first down instead of going to the run here and mix it in, get the tight end involved into that first down situation, second down situation, and that time they did it on third down and got the touchdown.
Well, Durant's had a lot of opportunities the past 3 weeks to make some big plays in the passing game, and they've been successful a couple times. The passing game is typically wide open for him. It's just a matter of the pass and catch between Saxon and his receivers and whether or not he can get the ball on the mark, because the pass coverage is there.
See what Ada does with not much time on the clock. There's a handoff. That is Gilmore. He's in the secondary. Finally wrapped up and dropped by 72, Hunter Duke. Clock at 1:19. Ada has 2 timeouts remaining. Ball at the 45-yard line. Didn't get the first down. It's second down and 1. Rolling right, Freeland. He's looking the flat. It is caught at the 50-yard line. Spins, dropped to about the 44 in Durant territory. That was Fisher Marr who made the catch and got a Ada first down. They're hurrying to the line of scrimmage with 50 seconds and counting.
Yeah, Jim, there was absolutely nobody there on the coverage.
First and 10, Cougars at the 44-yard line. They're thinking points before halftime. Freeland now will just down it and stop the clock with 41.6 seconds remaining. For our video crew, you will have the opportunity to see and listen to the bands. And for our radio audience, I'll have an interview with Cody Little, as we've got you covered. Next week, district play begins. Durant will be at Jim Thorpe Stadium in Shawnee to meet the Wolves. That is a 7 o'clock kickoff and a 6:30 start. Second down 9, Cougars, Freeland. He is looking across the middle, pass caught. That is the dangerous Hughes. Nice tackle in the open field by Frank Monroy at the 35-yard line. Clock motoring at 30 seconds.
That is a great tackle there, Jim, but you can read the quarterback's eyes, and Monroy saw him looking this way and didn't move till the ball was caught.
22 seconds. Rolling right, Freeland looking down the left side. He's freelancing, throws. Pass is
I think he got both feet
at
down.
At the 20-yard line.
Yeah, and right now the zone coverage is just not working out for Durant. You know, I don't know if you go to man here in this situation, you know, being down in the red zone or near the red zone, but at this point, right now, the last 3 plays have been in zone coverage, and you've been 8 and up as far as yardage goes.
First down, Ada at the 21-yard line. There's 14.9 seconds remaining. Kind of wondering if those timeouts on the clock are correct. Ada has not used them. 2 receivers to the left. Freeland rolling that way. He looks and throws. Caught 10-yard line. Knocked out of bounds with 8 seconds to go. That was Caden Ross with the catch. He was just simply dragged out of the backfield.
Yeah, gonna mark him down at the 7-yard line or out of bounds on the 7-yard line. Looks like he is injured over here on the near sideline, down by the end zone. But back to what you were saying, Michael. You're 100% correct. The zone defense is just not working. They're picking up however many yards they want to pick up.
And they're running zone. They're running cover 3 at the current moment. And the problem with the cover 3 is everything as far as passing yardage has been underneath. And so you've got to find a way to seal up the underneath pass. And like I said, it's hard to do sometimes in man when you're dealing with the kind of speed that Ada has. But right now you've got to figure out something in that zone coverage if you're going to stick with it.
And it looks like the Ada player is up, which is that's a good news there.
I learned that from Madden, by the way.
Caden Ross, the game or the coach?
We got the Xbox Madden commentator over here to my right.
Listen, I've been playing Madden a long time. Okay, I'm an expert.
Back when it was just a little pixel squares.
You know, in NCAA, you know, back when that was the game.
And to your left, the 3M thinking man's game of football. That was the high tech that used a little pencil that you wrote things on a board.
Got a hit stick, man.
Yeah.
We have no clue what you're talking about, Jim.
Look it up, dude.
I think he's talking about Atari.
No, this is.
Were you the Atari man?
No.
He was already grown.
I think I'm being insulted. 8.4 seconds to go. Let's think football. I'm going to have to turn his mic off, it's apparent. Or I'll never get in a word edgewise here. Lions trying to stop. 8.4 seconds to go. 8 at the 7-yard line. They've moved there in less than a minute and a half. There's the fade in the end zone. No good. Batted away by Monroy.
Great coverage there by Monroy. Got in the right position to get that ball batted down, and he went to bat the ball down instead of trying to intercept it like he has in the past.
And we know why the pass was thrown. I mean, there's a definite size difference between the two, and it is a mismatch, you know, in that type of area. But man, great coverage.
So there's 4.1 seconds remaining. 1, maybe 2 more plays. Lions trying to keep them out of the end zone. Ada disdaining the field goal. Freeland rolling right, being chased. He looks, throws, passes, batted down. That is the half.
Number 14, Nick Krause there, saving the Lions from getting another 6 put on the board for them. Great coverage, great rush by Beck Vargas there, rushing the quarterback out of the pocket, forcing him to throw a little sooner than he wanted.
If you want to take any kind of positive note going into halftime, it's that defensive stand right there, keeping points off the board before you go into the half and keeping it to within a 2-score game.
Halftime score, Durant trailing Ada 21-6. Coming up in our halftime show, brought to you by Edward Jones, making sense out of investing. Radio, I've got an interview with Cody Little, Durant softball. And then video, you'll have some band. Durant High School and Ada probably both will perform. So stick around. Again, 21-6 is the score. Jim Reagan along with Chris Witherspoon, Allie Rowland, Mike Gabbard, Christy Rothbrock, and Dylan. I already lost his last name, but we'll get it written down there. That is
Dylan.
The new guy.
The new guy.
Dylan.
The new guy. That's right. Dylan Hardy is what we're looking for.
2 first names.
We're back with our halftime show. I'm Jim Reagan, back on KOBC 106.3 FM.
the professors care and they go out of their way to make sure that you are going to succeed.
Hi, I'm Rolante. I'm a sophomore in Southeastern, and we help make this video.
Grayson College is here to help you on your education journey. We offer a quality education, small classes and credits that are transferable to any Texas public college, affordable tuition at a fraction of the cost of most four-year universities, variety with over 60 different associate degree, certificate, and transfer programs, convenience with 2 beautiful locations and online options. Take the next step. Enroll now at Grayson College.
Spending life wisely means taking small steps towards a life of love and impact. And we're here to inspire and empower you along the way. Spend life wisely. First United Bank.
At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer. We are your neighbors, helping build strong communities, helping build strong neighborhoods. After all, the difference between banks is the people you know. That's what makes us more than a bank. Shamrock Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I'm Mike Ridgway, and I want to welcome you to Durant Lumber Company in downtown Durant, Oklahoma.
Durant Lumber Company proudly carries True Value paint. Whether you need to paint your interior or exterior, you'll find what you need here. Also, see their full line of Traeger grills. You won't find a better price anywhere. And remember, if you can't find it, go to truevalue.com and have it shipped anywhere for free.
Durant Lumber Company, your True Value hardware store. Behind every project is a True Value.
I would definitely say that we have put a culture in place that it is about smiling and saying good morning and hello.
The service you provide, the expectation that we have for each one of us, for myself, for our employees, is that we take care of the customer no matter what the issue might be.
It takes all of us together to make this community work.
everybody's attention real quick. The Booster Club and everybody else, athletes and all, have been selling chances for a quilt. And we are drawing that name right now. So I'm going to pick that name and announce the winner. You guys can pick up your quilt.
Went and capitalized on that turnover and went in for 6 there because they did miss that extra point, and then turn around, turn it over again, and Ada scores again. You know, if we don't have the turnovers, the score's not 21-6. It's probably more of an even game.
Yeah. Let's look at your stats. First down, Ada 8, Durant 6. Rushing yards, Durant 48, Ada 55. Passing yards, Ada 161, Durant 20. That's the difference in the ball game. Freeland 10 out of 14 passes, and for Durant, Saxon was 1 out of 3. So total yards in the ball game, Ada with 216 and Durant 68. Durant two big turnovers there. They fumbled 3 times, lost 2. Ada a spotless turnover-wise first half. Durant's only touchdown came in the second quarter, a touchdown pass from Saxon to the tight end White, and that got Durant on the board 21-6. Ada, kind of interesting, they decided to go for it instead of trying a field goal that maybe would have been a PAT. Their kicker didn't look that great, but he probably could have kicked that one.
Well, if anything, you know, that's just a slap in the face to Durant saying, hey, it's 4th down, but we know we can take you.
We would like to remind you that the Durant softball team is hosting a tournament this weekend. Games tomorrow at Durant High School and also Southeastern. Durant won their 3 games today, by the way. Durant shut out Ardmore by a score of 10-0, and then Durant beat Buffalo Valley 7-5. I'd never heard of Buffalo Valley. I went to OSSAArankings.com, and gosh, they're like 25-5.
Buffalo Valley?
Yeah.
Are they up there with Bishop Sycamore?
Hey, let me tell you, back when I was in school, Buffalo Valley was one of the top contenders in baseball year after year after year. They had tons of state titles. They were competing with the Lattas, the Silos, and but they're out of, B-ball. They're a very talented organization over there.
Cool. Where is Buffalo Valley?
If I remember correctly, it's going up towards the Clayton area. So
somewhere
kind of around Sardis.
Atoka and that area, okay.
By the way, I'd just like to say I was getting some feedback on the live stream video feed, and we do want to apologize if there was no band sound on the broadcast. So we'll try to get that fixed and worked up for next week.
Okay. Durant also beating Hilldale by a score of 6-3. Durant, I believe they play at 11:15. I think they play Valiant tomorrow in their first game. They win that, then they'll be in the championship game at 3 o'clock. And don't forget, we will have Durant softball next week. Durant will play Shawnee Tuesday. Not sure where or how many games. We will let you know as soon as we do. That's a district game. Then next Thursday, Durant will play at McAllister. And then next Saturday, Durant will host Glenpool. Just 2 more weeks in the regular season. Our next Durant football game will be next Friday night. Durant will open district play. That will be at the Jim Thorpe Stadium in Shawnee. And as I've mentioned a couple of times, if you're just joining us, all the district games kick off at 7 o'clock. So from here on out, our pregame show 6:30 and the kickoff 7 o'clock. Oklahoma football on KSEO tomorrow. Our pregame coverage starts at 8 o'clock in the morning. Sooners and Nebraska. that gets you caught up. We're going to go and take our final break of the halftime show. Halftime brought to you by Edward Jones. Visit edwardjones.com to get started today. 21-6 Cougars lead it at intermission. Back with more Durant football in 2 minutes right here on KLBC.
The professors care and they go out of their way to make sure that you are going to succeed.
Hi, I'm Rolante. I'm a sophomore at Southeastern, and we help make this video.
Grayson College is here to help you on your education journey. We offer a quality education, small classes and credits that are transferable to any Texas public college, affordable tuition at a fraction of the cost of most four-year universities, variety with over 60 different associate degree, certificate, and transfer programs, convenience with 2 beautiful locations and online options. Take the next step. Enroll now at Grayson College.
Spending life wisely means taking small steps towards a life of love and impact. And we're here to inspire and empower you along the way. Spend life wisely. First United Bank.
That's your halftime show brought to you by Edward Jones, making sense out of investing. Bryan County's other school in football, homecoming tonight. They are hosting Thackerville. They lead the Wildcats 38-0 at halftime. And kind of a neat deal, Chris, in the halftime of that game. The members of the 2011 state championship Caddo football team were on hand for homecoming today, and
I've got a couple buddies from that team. Yeah. Mr. Aaron Gibson of Waussetta Switch. Y'all may know the band name Waussetta Switch. I play them every Sunday, almost every Sunday, on the Back Road Show on KLBC 106.3 from 4 to 7. And then he was also our winner at Magnolia Music Fest this year. And then Brady Wilcox, of course, we have him every Thursday on the morning show with you and Scott. And he's got a brand new song out. It was crazy how this all came to be. He was in studio when Scott was on vacation, and I was covering for him on the morning show.
I remember.
Brady came in to do an interview. We get to talking afterwards, and he wanted me to listen to a song that he had written and just recorded in his house on his guitar and an iPhone. And I was like, man, you should have that professionally recorded. And he didn't believe me, and now he did, and it's on a few different radio stations now, because I've got a lot of jocks across Texas that listen to the show to hear new music, as I do with their shows. And they've been reaching out to me wanting a bunch of these songs. Brady Wilcox is included, so really cool thing there for those guys.
Hey, one other thing I wanted to mention about that, also kind of a cool deal, remembering 2 of the Caddo football players that were killed in car wrecks in 2014 and 2016. Rylan Miller and Tristan Paris both lost their lives, and I had the opportunity, really just the honor, to cover Caddo that year all the way through the finals, where they went up and won the state championship game, beating Davenport. And,
correct me if I'm wrong, was who was the head coach that year?
Randy Hitzman was the head coach.
Okay.
And then the next year, current coach Jeremy Proctor took over.
Gotcha.
Gosh, it's been 10 years ago. Guys, here we go. Let's get this second half underway. Durant, a little bit of an up in the second quarter, got the touchdown, and then made the stand at the goal line to stop Ada from putting more points on the board.
Yeah, they got some wind back in their sails late in that second half by, like you said, scoring, and then realizing that they can hang with this Ada offense when it comes to preventing them from getting in the end zone, as it showed there in the final seconds of the second half.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent there on the defensive side. Once again, struggled a little bit with zone coverage there in the first half. We'll see if they tighten things up right now. But the main key in the second half for me is the tackling. I think you said it best in the first quarter of play. You can't tackle high. You have to put your shoulders down and, you know, exert some force into a tackle to bring guys down. And that's something that definitely needs to clean up here going into the second half against a very talented offensive squad in Ada.
Yep. Looking at the district standings, by the way, no district games yet, but unbeaten's in 5A3, Coweta 3-0, McAllister 3-0, East Central 2-0, Rogers 2-1, but those two Tulsa schools have not played in great competition yet. Edison 1-1, Durant 0-2, Shawnee 0-2, and when was the last time you've seen Bishop Kelly 0-3?
Nah.
Although they play a difficult schedule. They play.
Is that the stadium we were at last year that they put us outside in 20-degree weather?
No, that was Rogers.
Okay. It was one of them Tulsa
Bishop
schools.
Kelly, Bishop McGinnis is another one that's usually really good.
McGinnis is one of the teams that beat Kelly.
Yeah, McGinnis is losing right now at Del City, 21-7 in the third.
Grant will be kicking off this kickoff, brought to you by Shamrock Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Thanks to Jason Matus, Brian Bond, and Shemper Wilson, all the folks at Durant Shamrock Bank for sponsoring the kickoff again this season. We'll be doing it from the right side hash, and I tell you, it's almost a relief to kick off and not receive the kick to open a half. You hate to say that, but it has just been difficult for Durant to get the kicking game down as far as kickoff returns. Braylon Lyday will be doing the kicking from the right hash. Chrissy Rothrock, Dylan Hardy are in-studio directors tonight. 1 North 1st Street. Across the way there, we can see the KSEO, KLBC sign. Here's the kick. Short pooch kick left side, taken, fair caught at the 34-yard line.
Well, good field position to get things started off here in the second half as
Ada has had great field position throughout. 3 possessions near midfield. All 3 of those ended up in touchdowns. So turnovers will do that. That will topsy-turvy your possessions.
Let's see if Ada comes out with the screen plays they ran so well there in the first half. And let's see if Durant's able to capitalize here on what they saw in that first.
Freeland back in, a quarterback trips to the right. There's some movement in the line. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, we're going to have an offsides here.
Delay. Offside called on a procedure called on Ada. That will back them up at the 5-yard line, or 5 yards, 1st and 15. So they will go 1st and 15, mark it at the 30-yard line. Just started third period, 21-6, Cougars leading. First possession of the quarter. We have trips to the right. Ada going from right to left, that's south to north here in the second half to start it. 2 receivers stacked right. Inside handoff, that is Gilmore. He will pick up over the 35 to about the 36 maybe.
Yeah, that's a big run by Gilmore there. Had number 65 Martinez on his back the whole time trying to pull him. So if he's pulling Brian Martinez, that kid's got some powerful legs.
2nd down and 8 at the 35-yard line. Big crowd here today for this one.
It's Spirit Week, Jim.
Freeland has been, he's been good when he's been out of the pocket. He will hand it inside, nothing there. Lions will throw Gilmore down at the line of scrimmage. Who's up when he's been out of the pocket? He will hand it inside, nothing there. Lions will throw Gilmore down at the line of scrimmage.
Front there.
So 3rd down and 8. Durant looking for a stop to start this third period of play, down by 2 touchdowns. Durant torched in that first half passing wise. Freeland will go straight back to pass. He's going to run up the middle. He will have the first down as he will be knocked out of bounds in Durant territory. That looked like the Red Sea had opened in the middle of the field.
There wasn't a Durant defender in the middle of the field. Excellent coverage on the receivers, but nobody in the middle to prevent Ada from just running up past first down.
Just a three-man front right there, and no contain on the quarterback, and a couple easy yards picked up.
First down and 10. Ada at the 47-yard line. 10:27 to go, third period, 21-6 Cougars, their first possession. Freeland. There is Gilmore. He works his way inside the 45, falls forward to about the 42. As one of those making the play was Clay Crouch, 5'11", 265, a sophomore. 61 out there is Jason Price. And 72 is Hunter Duke. They're getting the start up front. Durant will drop Dills down at linebacker, on the line or close to the line, and Holmes as well. And actually, Vargas may actually put his hand down once in a while. Got 5 though, second down 5, 43-yard line. There's a handoff inside. That is Gilmore outside. He will have the first down inside the 40. Works his way to about the 36.
Just a little misdirection run play there by the Cougars, looking like they're going to go to that far side. Turned it back, coming up the left, and Durant Lion defense was in pursuit at that point, already trailing behind him, finally getting him out of bounds.
36-yard line, first down and 10. Cougars 2 possessions on this first possession of the third period. They've been on the ground. Freeland surveys the defense. Inside handoff, and spinning and getting yardage where really not much there was the running back. That is Caden Gallagher.
Well, Michael, that's just the same play to the other side right there.
Yeah, it's tough. We talked about tackling low opposed to high, and right now we're looking at a couple arm tackles right there. But hey, give credit to Ada right there, because that was a good spin move.
Second down 6. They've got it inside the 35-yard line. Freeland inside handoff Gilmore. He will be pushed back short of the first down stick.
That was a great defensive play there by Durant.
Beck Vargas was one of them. Looked like Couch was the other one too.
Yeah, Ada's just basically telling the Durant defense,
stop us.
You can't stop us, so we're going to run it down your throat. And Durant really doesn't have any tackling fuel right now.
Yeah, and that was great pursuit once again, Jim, by Vargas, or Beck Vargas.
Third down and we'll call it 3 at the 29-yard line. Pocket, 7:59 to go. Third period, inside handoff, first down pickup. And that is the ball carrier, Caden Gallagher. There's a big hole that time. The left guard, Caden Bathrop, and left tackle, Josh Murray, just they gave Gallagher a lot of room to run, and he got the first down.
Again, we got to get some credit to Beck Vargas here, number 44 of the Lions defense, in pursuit on every single play. We're calling his name on every tackle.
He's been very active from sideline to sideline. Cougars on the move, though. They've got it at the 24-yard line. First down and go, or first and 10, should say. There is Freeland, another inside handoff. That's Gallagher. He will be pushed back after about 2 or 3 yards. Holmes, and Stephen Holmes there.
Just inches shy of the Choctaw Nation red zone here. They're going to mark the ball just shy of the 20-yard line.
We're not going to give those Ada people the Choctaw Nation red zone. Sorry.
I'll give it to Choctaw Nation.
Yeah.
They certainly support
sponsors.
Everything Durant here does.
They sure do. Second down and 7. Just shy of the 20-yard line.
Support my bank account.
There is in the backfield. Gilmore is snowed under. Vargas was there. He cut him, sent him inside where he ran into Couch again.
Couch, I tell you what, he threw two offensive linemen off of him to get that tackle, and that was great pursuit, great tackle, wrapping up just the way you're supposed to, and just a great play defensively.
Yeah, we got a lot of time left with Mr. Couch there, number 53, the 5'11", 265-pound, just a sophomore.
Yeah, and he is showing up tonight. 3rd down and 9.
It's a big old boy.
Trips to the right, one stacked. Man goes in motions. Gilmore's going to get the catch in the flag, and guess who chased him down?
Beck Vargas, once again. If it's not every play, it's every other one that he's involved in, Michael.
Vargas with a couple of fumble recoveries last week at Glenpool, and he showed great pursuit to get Gilmore and keep him from gaining hardly any.
I'm telling you, the lateral speed on that play was impressive.
4th down here, this big play in the ball game. Durant would like to get possession of it here, as Ada has ran off almost 7 minutes of this 3rd period clock. 4th down and 10. Freeland rolls to his right. He will look to throw. He will throw in the end zone. The pass is a touchdown.
Wow.
Freeland does it again.
And he got hit right as he released that football.
Yeah, the quarterback for Ada looks like he's hurt. He's over there with the trainers and the coaching staff, standing up, but hunched over. But absolute great job in the pocket to step back, take that hit, still make the throw, and it's right on the money there in the corner of the end zone.
Defensively, the pursuit was absolutely perfect. I mean, you can't line it up any better.
So we've got a extra point coming as the 4th down conversions just killing Durant.
And they have been all season so far, Jim. But something that you and I talked to Coach Vargas about in our coaches meeting this past week, you know, you've got 22 positions on the field between offense and defense. The Lions have 7 positions filled by a non-first-year starter.
Got a lot of young people, and they're unfortunately learning a lot of young lessons, and future does bode bright, but right now it's been kind of tough. Durant at 0-2, getting ready to go down by 3 touchdowns to an Ada team 0-2, probably not as strong as we've seen in the past.
Yeah, but you look at players like Couch, the sophomore. You know, we haven't called his name much to speak of so far this season, and tonight it's, you know, 2 or 3 times per Ada possession, which is a big turnaround for that young man, and there's several like that. I don't want to sit here and single out each and every one of them, but
Couch and Vargas,
they are getting better as the season progresses.
That took the wind out of everybody's sails over here on the west side of Pollard Field. Extra point coming for Caden Mitchell. Waiting on the snap, back in good shape. Kick is on the way, and he will bang it through. 8-28 Durant, 5:11 to go in the 3rd quarter. We're back in 60 seconds here on KLBC.
The professors care, and they go out of their way to make sure that you are going to succeed.
Hi, I'm Rolante. I'm a sophomore at Southeastern, and we help make this video.
15-yard line awaiting the kick. Ada has used a couple of these guys to kick it. We'll see who actually kicks it this time. Tyler Walker boots it to the right. Grant fields it at the 30-yard line. That's Golden. He goes out of bounds at the 36. First possession of the Lions. So the Cougars take the opening kickoff And they run almost 7 minutes off the clock and convert on a 4th down and 10 for a touchdown.
Something Ada has done really well tonight is capitalize on each and every possession. Durant not able to do so, but the one time so far, 2 turnovers for the Lions. Hopefully, with this being the first turnover for the second half, we can have some better luck.
Grant Line football on KLBC, brought to you by Studeville Chevrolet and Durant. They're also our sponsor of the video stream as well. Lions have some work to do, down 28-6. We start the first possession, 35-yard line. There is Avila, cuts inside, 40, spins, 45-yard line, 10 yards, 9 yards maybe for Francisco Avila. First possession, 35-yard line. There is Avila, cuts inside, 40, spins, 45-yard line, 10 yards, 9 yards maybe for Francisco Avila.
Yeah, Avila is going to be about a yard shy to get close to that first down marker.
Traeger Grill's great for tailgating at the game or in the backyard. Get yours today at Durant Lumber Company, 115 South 3rd. Durant Lumber Company, your sponsor of the Hard Hat Award. Second down, 1 Lions. Saxon under center. There's a handoff. That is Waitman, and he is hit and stopped short of the first down. No gain.
Waitman tried to go head-to-head there with number 2, Nate Richardson, the senior for Ada. Lowered his shoulders, but Richardson just overpowered him and kept him there right at the line of scrimmage.
Third down and 1. So it'll be Riley Waitman bringing in a play. Grant trying to pick up this first down, 3rd down and 1 at the 45-yard line. Matt Manners up over the ball. There is Avila, first down yardage. As he's close to midfield, he picks up about 4. First United Bank first down.
And he's got deceptive speed. I mean, it doesn't, when he grabs the football, it doesn't look like he's taking off that fast, but then next thing you know, he's 5 yards down the way.
Jacob McCarson now comes in with the next play. Lions will have it near midfield with 3:26 to go, trailing 28-6. Carson comes split right. 2 slot, that is Lyde, gets the pitch, right side, cuts outside, 50, 45, 40, and he's inside the 40 to about the 33-yard line. First United Bank. 2 slot, that is Lyde, gets the pitch, right side, cuts outside, 50, 45, 40, and he's inside the 40 to about the 33-yard line. First United Bank.
McCarson, the 6'10", 138-pound senior, with this huge block on the end, holding his block from the beginning of the snap to the whistle. Lyde's tackled about 5 yards back, so great job there by McCarson.
First and 10, 32-yard line, inside handout. No, they're going to pitch it to Lyde, 30-yard line, 25, and he barreled down in his head and picked up a couple more yards.
Hey, that's another Carson.
First and 10, 32-yard line, inside handout. No, they're going to pitch it to Lyde, 30-yard line, 25, and he barreled down in his head and picked up a couple more yards. Second down and 3 at the 24-yard line. There is Saxon under center. Waitman inside handoff, bouncing outside Avila, and he will work close to the sticks.
You know, back to that last play, that's something we've talked about every game this season, is the blocking by the slots and the receivers just has not been there, allowing for these big runs on either end by Waitman or Krause. Tonight we're seeing a little bit more success blocking on the outsides coming into this second half.
Just shy of the Choctaw Nation red zone. First down and 10 at about the 20-yard line. Lions on the move. Right side hash, Saxon quarterback under center. He will pitch outside. 15-yard line, hit and knocked back was Rowdy Waitman. Pretty good pursuit for Ada that time. They kept that at a short game.
Yeah, and I'm going to talk about this every time I see it. Number 10, Braylon Lyday out there on the far end, setting his block just like he's supposed to do. As a former receiver, I know how hard that is to do. Lock up with a man for 5, 6, 7 seconds and drag him down the field with you. So great job there by these slots and receivers here late in this third quarter.
Got 5 yards, second down 5 at the 15 inside the Choctaw Nation red zone. Saxon with Avila in the backfield. There is Avila outside 10-yard line, spinning. Look at him go. 5, Avila inside the 5 to the 2-yard line. Francisco Avila.
That's just a big, big power run on the part of Avila, breaking.
Outside 10-yard line, spinning. Look at him go. 5, Avila inside the 5 to the 2-yard line. Francisco Lions under center. Saxon pushes to center. He's going to be shy of the goal line. Lions with a quick count there and trying to get Cougs off balance a little bit and got close to the goal line. That's about as close as you can get, Mike.
I tell you what, Avila, it's like he put canning oil on before the game started.
Yeah, big switch here for the Lions, pulling out Lyday here and McCarson, bringing in Aiden Dills along with Stephen Holmes in the backfield.
Jacob Ingram is out there as well as a tight end. Double tight set, 2 backs in the backfield. Actually 3 in the backfield with Holmes and Durant. There's a lot of movement. Let's hope it's them.
Yeah, it looks like Durant was trying to catch him off sides there.
5-yard penalty will back him up to just beyond the 5-yard line. Still is second down. Make it 6 though. Clock at 14.2 seconds to go. This third period has been motoring. They will get the jumbo package back out and get back into the flex bone. Ada calls a timeout. We will take a 30-second break. 30-second break and be back. Actually, that is the end of the quarter, excuse me. 28-6, Ada with the lead. We'll take a 60-second break and be back with the fourth quarter right here on KLBC.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
Dude, what's wrong with your calendar?
It's my special one-of-a-kind Taco Casa calendar.
Dude, you've changed every day to Tuesday.
That's because I love those Taco Casa tacos so much. I can't wait 7 days. It's crunchless.
You do know that Taco Casa sells tacos every day, and burritos and nachos and tostada, and I love me some sweet tea.
Load up. It's Tuesday again. Let's hit the Casa. Every day is Taco Tuesday when you live near a Taco Casa in Calera and 1st Street in Durant.
Real fresh, real food, and real good. Taco Casa.
Starting the fourth period, Jim Reagan along with Chris Witherspoon, Mike Gabbard, Allie Rowland, Christy Rothrock, and Dylan Hardy. That's your radio and video crew for Durant football tonight. It's a cast of several.
It is. It is. We got a lot of people here. It takes a lot of people to make something like this run, though.
That's right. This press box is busier than I've ever seen it.
And it takes at least one smart person to do it, because I know I can't handle this video stuff. I'm computer illiterate. So really, thanks to Allie Rowland for being out here tonight. No, I'm kidding. Michael Gabbard over here to my right.
Oh, my goodness.
Running the video.
For a second, I thought you were going to give me a compliment.
I knew I was coming.
Not tonight.
All righty, here we go. Durant in the red zone, Choctaw Nation red zone. Second down and goal just upfield from the 5-yard line. Saxon under center. Long signal count. He'll back off now. Play clock still has 12 seconds to go. He's back under center. Another long count. There is Avila. He is hit. He is pushing the pile. He'll get maybe to the 2, perhaps.
I'm telling you.
Tough yardage.
He got hit at the line of scrimmage and was pushed back at least a yard by 3 different defenders and still made positive yardage.
He's at the 2 now. It is 3rd down and goal. Grant trying to cut into a 28-6 fourth quarter lead. We just got started. This game has gone quick. A lot of running. Saxon under center, double tight set, jumbo backfield, and the hit and dropped short of the goal line is the ball carrier.
Looks like number 50 there for the Cougars, Connor Conklin, the junior, coming in making the big stop. Got the stat sheet here, Jim, and just going down through this, when you look at Durant versus Ada, Durant 10 first downs, Ada 12. The yardage is a big one in the air. Passing yards for Durant just 20, 185 for Ada. Obviously, you know, we're broadcasting this game. We've seen the big plays in the air from Ada. Durant just not able to make the completions on the 2 attempts that they dropped.
Here we go, 4th down and 1, Durant. They've got the double tight set, and we've got a timeout called Lions. Nope, Ada wants to call a timeout. We'll step away for 30 seconds and be back with this 4th and 1 play right here on KLBC.
Know that Computer Services of Durant is who you need to call. But what you don't know is what else Computer Services can do for you and your business. We can build you a website, install phone systems and security cameras, repair your iPhone, or sell you a new computer. Computer Services of Durant can even install and network your equipment at home or work. We're much more than a place that fixes computers. Hey, it's a high-tech world and we've got high-tech solutions. Check us out online, csdurant.com.
Differently the rest of the year. Chris, that decision is going to be made in conjunction with the coaches. We'll make it this weekend or Monday, and we'll get that hard hat and the picture taken on Monday or Tuesday. So
yeah,
just a better look at you see the film, you see the tape, and
exactly. We made that decision this week based on the Glenpool game. There were things where while we were sitting in the stands that we just could not see on the field. While we do feel that Francisco Avila is always deserving of a hard hat.
4th down and goal. Saxon pitches outside, hit, stopped. Ada goal line stand. I think that was 3. Kaysen Dills who got the pitch, and Durant is kept out of the end zone with 10:25 to go.
Well, Durant with a great drive there, but unfortunately that goal line stop by the Cougars I think is going to take a lot of the wind out of the sails of the offense, and now defense is going to have to come back out here and put in a lot of work. You know, we're in great field position down here at the Cougar 2-yard line, but as we've seen, they can make those big plays and go 30, 40, 50 yards down the field at a time. So defense has their work cut out for them right here. They've got to make the stand.
I'm sure Ada is going to try to keep it on the ground with a 3-touchdown lead, 10:25 to go, but you can keep it on the ground, and like you said, Chris, just pull up and pop a big one. So
yeah,
I hear you, man.
But I think Ada's a cocky team, and I don't mean that in a negative way at all. They've got some success here in this game. They've lost the past 2 where they thought they'd be more competitive. So I think they're going to come out here and try to run it down the throats and say, hey, we are Ada Cougars, and we can score at will on anybody.
We are back, and a handoff, a short yardage there. Got a final from Caddo. The Bruins, they beat Thackerville 45-0, so Caddo now 3-0. They will not start district play till in 2 or 3 more weeks. Jeremy Proctor's got a good ball club this year. Got a 5-yard pickup, 2nd down and 5 at the 6. Cougars in control of this one. Inside handoff, and the big hole in the secondary, rumbling over the 20 to the 24-yard line. I think that was 6. Caden Gallagher. Yeah, Caden Gallagher.
Well, this just goes back to what I was talking about a minute ago. Ada knows right now that they can run the ball on this defense, they can pass the ball on this defense, and they can pick up those 20-yard gains.
1st down pickup at the 25-yard line. Ada just quite content to run time off this clock. There's Freeland in the backfield. Got a Vargas in the backfield, got away from one, but he'll get in the tail end of the tackle as Gallagher got it again. The handoff from the quarterback, Freeland.
Jim, got some Class 5A scores here from around the state. Ardmore at Ponca City, 5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, 28-18. Claremore at Catoosa, fourth quarter, 4 minutes left. Catoosa leads 19-18.
Carl Albert all over Shawnee. We have Shawnee next week. Of course, Carl Albert's Carl Albert. Picked up 6, second down 4. Seems like I've called Freeland's name all night. Gilmore bounces outside 35-yard line, falls forward to the 40. That's where he's got to be marked out of bounds.
Frank Monroy, number 7 for the Lions, getting him out of bounds there. Still got the first down yardage, Mike.
Yeah, and we talked about this score earlier. Bishop McGuinness and at Dell City, halfway through the third quarter of play, it was 21-7. Bishop McGuinness has tied that ball game up with just a couple minutes left in the fourth.
Dell City will be in Durant's district next season in football, friends. So we'll have a chance to go to the Bob Kalsu Stadium in Dell City.
Some good games around 5A this week.
Gilmore in the backfield, got away from Vargas, still churning, and gang tackled at about the 45. As the new coach for Ada, he's trying to run this clock. We've hit a little bit over 8 minutes to go, and Ada with the 28-6 advantage. Lions possession in this third quarter stopped inside the goal line on a fourth down. Ada has scored once. Freeland in the pistol, looks to his right. Streak pattern down the middle of the field is going to be overthrown. Good coverage by Trevor Golden as he was blanketing Andrew Hughes.
Ada coming out there saying, we're going to throw the ball deep, we're going to score another 6, and we're going to kick it to you, stop you, and continue to score. Ada's trying to put, I think, 42 on the board tonight.
Well, you have to work on things when you're a team. Ada starts district play as well next week.
Yeah,
so, there's still plenty of time left, so I don't have any problem with them putting it up. But I hear where you're coming from, Chris. Third down and 5. There is that is Gallagher. He's got a first down as he knifes his way inside the 50 to about the 48. Kingston played last night, and Kingston going to 4A Broken Bow, and we've made that trip a few times, and the Broken Bow put them on them pretty good, 39-0.
Cool stadium down there in Broken Bow.
Yeah, the pine trees down there, it's just kind of neat. First and 10. There is Gallagher, and he's going to push the pile for 3, and then he is pushed back. Oh, there's a late flag. Holmes was at the bottom of the pile. I'm not sure why they threw the flag. If it was on the tackle, I have an issue with that.
Yeah, it's about 5 yards in front of the play.
The official, let's give the officials, by the way. I neglected to do that. Mark Harper, Barney Harless, Terry Green, Greg Walton, and Frankie McClendon. Personal foul, Durant. Don't know what happened in the pile, but pushing them back shouldn't have been a penalty. That's a 15-yard mark off, and so Ada now in deeper Durant territory at the 29-yard line. 7:01 to go. You never see that called on a play like that where the forward progress has been stopped and there's a big pile and they push them back. I mean, you never see a penalty called, so something must have happened in the pile. Cougs have it, though. There is Gallagher. He is hit at the line of scrimmage and stopped. 50 is there. That's Matt Manners. Vargas was around. Martinez was around.
It's going to bring up second down and 10 for the Lions. Ball on their own 29-yard line. Clock at 6:21 and ticking. Cougars lead it here at Paul Laird Field 28-6.
Durant softball won 3 games today at the Durant tournament. Play at 11:15 tomorrow. Win then will put them in the championship game at 3. That's at Durant High School. Second down 10. Freeland rolls right in, pressured, throws it away as he was being chased by Holmes and Martinez, and he did the smart thing and just unloaded it out of bounds.
Great pressure there by the front 2 of the Lions, along with some good coverage there in the secondary by number 2, Jacob McCarson. I keep wanting to say Noah McCarson because Noah was, of course, number 2, Jacob's older brother. Durant Lion football on KLBC, along with the video stream brought to you this season by Steubenville Chevrolet here in Durant. Find out why your friends and neighbors choose Steubenville Chevrolet by buying your Chevrolet the Steubenville way.
Eric Steubenville, a great Durant booster. He was a pretty good football player back in the day, too, I would imagine. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Back to pass. There's some laundry on the field. Freeland's going to keep. He is still going. He's inside the 25 to the 24. I think that's probably coming back.
Yeah, I think we're going to get a holding play here on the offense.
Guess I may sit down, guys. Stood up the whole game here, so it's time to sit.
Holding on the back side of the line.
That'll push him back a hair. Southeastern, by the way, is home tomorrow. They will host Southwestern. Savage Storm off to a 2-0 start. A couple of nice wins. They won at Arkansas Tech, and then the upset last week at home versus Harding, in a game that went right down to the wire. I understand was quite a game at the end, and Southeastern, it's good to see them having some success. After the penalty, mark it to the 34-yard line. It's third down, about 15. Ada needs to make the 19. Hughes left and Ivy right. Hughes comes in motion now. A snap, it's on the turf, and Freeland has to just fall on top of it.
And it looks like we're going to have another personal foul here called. This one looks like it may be against number 52 of the Cougars. Little late shoving, but honestly, it looked like retaliation. But as Mom always told me, it's the retaliator, Michael, that always gets caught.
I don't know who is more angry, the player or the referee who threw the flag. I mean, that thing came flying out of there.
The ref has an arm on him.
So that will move him back even further. Ada may try to just punt it. You work on things, and they may need to work on their punting game. That moves it back to the 49 in Durant and Ada territory.
Yeah.
So, they're going to punt it.
Yeah, number 14, Andrew Hughes, set back to be the punter for the Lions. Number 8, for the Cougars, number 8, Stephen Holmes, deep to receive at about the 20-yard line. Big stand here for Durant if Ada does end up punting it.
Yeah, I think they will. There's a stoppage. Play clock's at 25. Durant calls a timeout with 5:09 to go in the 4th period. We'll take a 30-second break. Be back with more Durant football right here on KLBC.
Hi, I'm Greg C. And I'm Zane C. Together we've helped Medical Center Pharmacy provide services to our customers for over 40 years. And we'll be here for another 40. You have customers that have seen that we always provide great service. And we're always reliable. We assure that you will get the quality and service you deserve as a customer for years to come. Here at Medical Center Pharmacy, caring for you and about you.
Fourth period, boy, this game is moving right along. 5:09 to go, and Mike has a trip to Houston, and we hope everything works out with your
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Stepfather who's having some health issues, and we wish Mike the best. And be careful on 20, man. Would you?
That is not a fun trip.
No, it's not.
It is a boring trip once you get past Dallas.
Yeah. 4th down and a bunch. Hughes to punt. He will kick it high, not real deep. It will bend and be caught at the 20-yard line and ushered out of bounds was Holmes. Around the 23. Lions with him one more possession here. For the 3rd week in a row, Durant's problem started early. First period has been really the bugaboo for the Lions. Got behind early, and they played pretty even after the first quarter, but by then a 21-0 deficit.
Yeah, they got behind 21-0 by the end of the first quarter, and that just takes the wind out of the sails of any team, I think, especially as young of a team as Durant is. As we mentioned earlier, 22 positions on the field between offense and defense. Only 7 of them have been filled by somebody on this roster in the past year, so we've got numerous first-year players out here for the Lions.
1st and 10 Lions. They've got it at the 22-yard line. There is Saxon, pitches outside, got a block 25. That is Rowdy Waitman. Waitman will pick about 6-7 maybe. Clock at 4:43 to go. Big game in Norman tomorrow, Oklahoma and Nebraska. Nebraska struggling the last 4 years, but when you see the two big reds on the field, it's special. At least it has been in the past.
One of the greatest rivalries of all time. The game of the century. I mean, that 2000 game where they won the championship, and Anton I can't
back to pass. Saxon throws it across the middle. Caught. That is White. Zane White, who has Durant's only touchdown, caught that one and has a First United Bank first down. A plus out of the ball game. Zane White.
Yeah, big 13-yard reception there by White. Great hands, strong kid, able to hold on to the ball with coverage there with that secondary defender trying to slap it out.
So under 4 to go. 1st and 10 Lions, 37-yard line. Waitman in motion. There is Avia. He is knocked down for short yardage. Stephen checked that. That is Trey Ivy, one of the defenders. He's up off the bottom of the pile. Ada begins district play next week. They play Tecumseh, I believe.
Yeah, speaking on that OU-Nebraska rivalry, I was telling you about the Antoine Savage butt catch and the trick play they ran. I'll get to that in a second.
2nd down and 9. Quick pitch. Lyde, 35-yard line, 40. Drug down at the 41.
Anyway, they came back the same year, or the next year. Nebraska ran the same exact play on Oklahoma that Oklahoma ran on the year before and ended up winning that game in 2001. Some great football between those two programs.
Sooner Magic, baby.
I'm an Oklahoma State fan. Go Pokes. Pew, pew.
Not everybody's perfect.
We overlook that. 3rd down and 7, Lions. 2:40 to go. Lions like to pick up another first down. Might pass it. Back to pass. Saxon looks, throws. Open line. They can't handle it at the 47-yard line. Pass maybe a little bit. That was off his fingertips. You're a receiver. I'm not to speculate.
If it hits the fingertips, you got to catch the ball.
Okay, there you go.
It's that simple, especially when you're that wide open. I'm sure he probably heard footsteps coming, but you've got to catch and secure the ball before you come down with it, and I think he just took his eyes off the ball.
He's just a sophomore. Again, all these youngsters in the lineup for Durant.
When you look at the 7th grade team, the 8th grade team,
they both won, by the way,
freshman
this
team,
yeah.
You've got some studs on those rosters. You keep them engaged in the program, and Durant has a future.
4th and 7, Lions going for it. Saxon throws. Lyde can't handle it at the 36-yard line. A couple of defenders ran in front. That was Jack Morris, who may have distracted Lyde, who just couldn't come up with it.
That was by far the best pass I've seen Saxon throw so far this season, into double coverage, right where it needed to be for Lyde to catch the ball.
Hit
his hands.
To me, a little high. I mean, that's a tough catch,
Michael,
especially for any high school kid.
Everything is a little high for you.
I mean, yeah, for me, yes. But, I mean, it was a good throw, though.
That was the best throw I've seen from Saxon so far in the game.
He threw it in traffic. There were defenders around it. Ada will get it, and we'll see if they just try to run out the clock, or they try to tack on TD. They're going to run it to the right, and Beck Vargas, Stephen Holmes. Those are the two names and Couch we've called mostly defensively. Lost about 3.
I will say that even though we kind of had a few issues with the band at halftime, Allie Rowland has done an outstanding job on the camera the last couple of games. So big shout out to her tonight.
Roland.
She's learning her trade, and you're helping her, and that's a good deal. Freeland, less than 2 to go. There is a handoff out the right side, 35-yard line, 30. He's going to go all the way and score. There is a flag, though, probably coming down. So Xander Rhines, how many Rhines have there been in Ada? There's been several over the years.
No clue, but I think it's going to get called back here, holding on the Cougars. From what I saw as the play developed, but we're going to wait and hear the official word from the official here. And that is what it's going to be. It's going to be holding on the Cougars. Flags marked down at the 36-yard line.
That will take that off the board, thankfully for Durant.
They're going to mark them back at the 46-yard line of Durant. So Durant with a big break there.
If you're looking for softball, Durant High School would be a good place to go tomorrow. Durant, a game at 11:15, and then if they win that, they'll play at 3 o'clock. Also, Durant tournament at Southeastern as well. Durant can beat Valiant. They'll be in the finals, probably against Lone Grove. But there's still some games to be played tomorrow. Freeland, handoff. That's Rhines this time. He has to cut inside. He weaves his way for about 4 yards.
Well, great run there by Rhines. You know, he only picked up 4 yards, but he was attacked deep back in the backfield, and he was able to make something out of nothing there. So great job on his part.
Less than a minute to go. We've got our post-game show coming up, brought to you by Edward Jones. We hope to talk with Coach Vargas. We'll have a look at stats. Kevin Farr providing them for us today. We'll look at the schedule and just talk a little bit with you.
Coach said he's coming up for the post-game coaches show.
Yeah. There is Rhines again. They're going to try that again. There's a hold on the corner, not called. Rhines won't go for a touchdown this time. He's tackled inside at the 30 at about the 28. There was some jersey being grabbed there on the corner. I could see it.
I saw it as well. That's going to give Ada another first down here. Wind the clock down. Clock ticking down from 8 seconds. That's going to do it. Final score is going to be Ada Cougars 28, Lions 6.
That is the ball game. Coming up, we got our post-game show brought to you by Edward Jones. Visit edwardjones.com for the win. I'm Jim Reagan, back with more Grant football coming up in 3 minutes.
The professors care and they go out of their way to make sure that you are going to succeed.
Hi, I'm Rolante. I'm a sophomore at Southeastern, and we help make this video.
Grayson College is here to help you on your education journey. We offer a quality education, small classes and credits that are transferable to any Texas public college, affordable tuition at a fraction of the cost of most four-year universities, variety with over 60 different associate degree, certificate, and transfer programs, convenience with 2 beautiful locations and online options. Take the next step. Enroll now at Grayson College.
Spending life wisely means taking small steps towards a life of love and impact. And we're here to inspire and empower you along the way.
Arnett Insurance Agency has been the trusted source of coverage for families and businesses throughout Texoma for more than 50 years. When you go to the Arnett Agency, they sit down with you and review your current coverage and see where that coverage might be costing you money in excess premiums or insufficient coverage. The agents at the Arnett Insurance Agency have the experience to steer you to the right places among the many companies that they represent. The Arnett Insurance Agency, 1116 West Main in Durant.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
Postgame show brought to you by Edward Jones, Jim Reagan, along with Chris Witherspoon, Mike Gabbard, Allie Rowland, Christy Rothrock, Dylan Hardy. That's your radio and video crew tonight. Well, Durant loses this one by a score of 28-6. And, you know, when we did our keys to the game today, brought to you by Mackey Home Furnishings, we said simply Durant needs to get off to a better start. Started off okay. Durant got the opening kickoff, got a couple of first downs, tried a trick play, they fumbled, and gosh, things went south after that.
And that's what hurt him. But this will be the third time I've said at this broadcast, Durant is a young team. Out of the 22 positions between offense and defense, 7 have been covered before. So you've got a lot of first-year starters. You know, I was pretty critical of the team last week, and, you know, rightfully so, in my opinion. This week, I saw a lot of big improvements. The tackling was a lot better. Secondary, the coverage still isn't quite there. Obviously, Ada able to capitalize on a lot of big throws, but the tackling, in my opinion, has improved dramatically from week 1, week 2, here to week 3. So some big improvements there. Still improvements need to be made, but there's definitely some hope for the future.
Secondary struggled at times. The big play still a problem. Coach Vargas is making his way up here, by the way. I think I saw him coming up through the crowd, so we'll get up his take on the ball game as our post-game show continues. Brought to you by Edward Jones, making sense out of investing. We'll take a 2-minute break, and we hope to have Coach Vargas, and then we'll look at stats. This is Durant football right here on KLBC.
I'm Greg C. And I'm Zane C. Together we've helped Medical Center Pharmacy provide services to our customers for over 40 years. And we'll be here for another 40. You have customers have seen that we always provide great service. And we're always reliable. We assure that you will get the quality and service you deserve as a customer for years to come. Here at Medical Center Pharmacy, caring for you and about you.
When you have computer issues, you know that Computer Services of Durant is who you need to call. But what you don't know is what else Computer Services can do for you and your business. We can build you a website, install phone systems and security cameras, repair your iPhone, or sell you a new computer. Computer Services of Durant can even install and network your equipment at home or work. We're much more than a place that fixes computers. Hey, it's a high-tech world, and we've got high-tech solutions. Check us out online, csdurant.com.
Post-game show brought to you by Edward Jones. EdwardJones.com for the win, and Durant football coach Todd Vargas is with us after the 28-6 loss to Ada. Coach, we had talked about keys to the game, and got a couple of first downs at first possession. Tried the trick play, it blew up, and really things turned after that.
Yeah, we once again we didn't start well, and we played much better second, third, and fourth quarter, but the first quarter was just just too much to overcome. We tried the quick play. We worked on it quite often, and it was very effective. And if we'd have got the pitch, it would have worked. He would have been open, but it's just tough to overcome that.
Let's talk about a couple of the positives there. Zane White, your tight end, you figured him in the offense a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to use the tight end more, and we talked in the offseason about, well, if we're going to continue to use our tight end, then we've got to be creative in the passing game with them, and it was effective tonight. Defensively,
Beck had another big game. Called his name several times as well.
Yeah. There was moments where we looked really dominant on defense, and then there was moments where, we weren't effective. They hit us on the edge a few times. I thought we were better at it, but a few missed tackles here and there. But I mean, I thought our kids played really hard. We gave a point score in the second half, but
tough game.
It's a tough one. It's these guys didn't want to be 0-3. Coaches didn't want to be 0-3. We understand. We always tell the kids, everybody doesn't see all the hard work that you put in all the time, all those things. And when we don't perform, it's heartbreaking because we know how much we put in. And I know how much these coaches are working, X's and O's, and even off the field, team dinners and everything. I mean, it's a program, and so you want to have success on the scoreboard. But it's what we told the kids. Now it comes district, and so this is a new season. That was preseason, and this is a new season. We only lose if we quit. So these kids are resilient. There's a lot of crying eyes out there. They desperately want to win, and we're going to get there. It's going to happen.
Chris?
Coach, I've got some things. We've been talking about this all game, and it's something you, myself, and Jim talked about this past week in our coaches meeting. Out of the 22 positions between offense and defense, we've only got 7 positions that were filled last year. So you've got a team full of first-year players, and something I really noticed coming in from a game 1, a game 2, and then coming into this game, especially into the second half, the tackling was much, much better. Kids are wrapping up. They're getting much lower. They're not trying to tackle up high. And you've got a lot more pressure coming from Beck and Couch on the quarterback and around the ends, doing a really good job containing there. I see the only breakdown in our defense right now is the deep ball in the secondary and those screens and stuff where they're getting some good blocks. But I think we've got some good takeaways from this game going into the future.
We, they threw a 50-50 ball up, the first one, and corner was there. He just got out jumped. And then the one in the end zone, we were there too. It just made a play. And so, yeah, those they've hit some big balls on us. The screen game, they caught us on that one pretty good, and we got to do a better job at that. We got to work at that harder.
Coach, final thought heading to Shawnee next week?
Well, I mean, we just got to do what we always do, and that's get this weekend, work all weekend, get a game plan, and then go back to the grind on Monday.
Sounds good, and I'll be talking to you about that hard hat winner, and appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
Coach Todd Vargas with us on our post-game show brought to you by Edward Jones. We'll be back in 2 minutes, look at standing, or the statistics, and then we'll wrap it up from Pollard Field. Back with more Durant football on KLBC. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
2 minutes, and this will make sure.
all started with the fellow.
We're having OU versus Nebraska on KSEL. That's an 8 o'clock start. 9 o'clock will be your pregame show on AM 750, 94.1 FM. Durant softball won 3 games at their tournament at Durant High School today. They beat Ardmore 10-0. Also, they beat Buffalo Valley and Hilldale. Durant will play at 11:15 tomorrow at Durant High School. A win there will get them in the championship of the Durant tournament. Next week, it's a trip to Shawnee and Jim Thorpe Stadium, the place that I had one of my biggest thrills ever in high school football. We actually won the district championship there, and our team went on to the state championship that year. So, and nothing has changed. It's still the same stadium.
Kind of like the Guthrie Stadium,
yeah,
right. Been around since
it's not as nice as
the early 1900s. But
final thought, Chris, from tonight. I know you mentioned in the break that the young kids, we saw some improvement tonight.
Yeah, when it comes to the second half, when you broadcast these games, even up here in the press box, oftentimes you can feel defeated when your team is down. It's frustrating for us to watch kids that we see every week in the field house and out on the practice field, and to watch them struggle. It's hard for us grown guys that have been there, done that. But a big takeaway for this game is we're seeing progress each and every week in every position. The secondary, while they're not where we want them to be, they're better than they were week one. The tackling's gotten better defensively. The pass rush has gotten better defensively. We're making some bigger plays on the offense. The offensive line is really coming together, blocking real well. And one more final thought. I've got to plug it, Jim. Got the Backroading show this weekend. That's where I turn into the moniker that you gave me when y'all first let me on air.
Crisis Chris.
Chris Crisis, that's it. Got some big concert ticket giveaways
cool.
This Sunday. Be sure to join me on the Backroading show on Texoma's Best Country, KLBC 106.3 from 4 to 7, right before Country Gold.
Sounds good. Grant High School football is a service of KLBC Sports and Mid-Continental Broadcasting. Our next football game will be next Friday night as the Lions open District 5A4 play at Shawnee. All district games will kick off at 7 p.m., so our pregame show will be at 6:30. OU football will play Nebraska tomorrow, KSCO coverage, 8 a.m. Thanks to Durant football coach Todd Vargas. Our halftime guest was Cody Little from the Durant softball team. Also Chris Witherspoon, Michael Gabbard, Allie Rowland, Christy Rothrock, and Dylan Hardy for their assistance in this broadcast and video cast. Reminder, tonight's final score, Ada wins this one 28-6. Caddo won their game, shutting out Thackerville 45-0. For our radio and video crew, I'm Jim Reagan saying thanks for listening, and so long from Paul Aird Field.